In this video we'll take a look at the asset register and where you can access some of the tools within that area. Let's start by going to the asset register from the menu on the left of the screen, so selecting asset register. The first thing we can do is we can select the period that we are viewing. So in this instance we're looking at January to December 25, but we could select a different financial year. Coming later in 2025 we'll have the option to report between two dates. Next you can select which asset group you are viewing. So here we are currently reviewing computer equipment, but we could go into motor vehicles in this example, or switch into office furniture and then back into computer equipment. To the right of the asset group selector we can choose to search by asset name or reference. So as an example, we enter the asset reference number and click on the magnifying glass to search, or we can add a name, choose to search. We can click on the cross to clear the filter. By default, nettTracker will display 25 assets per page, but you can change that setting. Using the arrows, you can move between pages. We'll go to your first page or to the last page. The settings cog towards the right allows you to change the columns that are in view. So removing ticks from boxes will remove the columns from the asset register view. So for example, removing asset reference, the asset reference column is no longer visible. After removing a few more ticks, we can see that our asset register can be a little bit easier to view, as now I've only got total cost, disposal adjustments, total depreciation and disposal adjustments as the values in this asset register. The pencil icon on the far right can be used to make batch changes to classes and locations when multiple assets have been selected. To edit the information of an asset, or to perhaps change its status, to delete it or dispose, we first of all need to select the tick box to the left of an asset. The tools icon appears where we can click on the tools and select from the menu. Kit options, deleting and disposing are covered in separate video tutorials. Using the edit option, you can change some of the asset properties. The asset reference as an example. If you find the asset reference area is grayed out, it means in your company settings you've selected to enable automatic asset referencing. So disable that feature if you wish to apply an asset reference manually. If you do make any changes, then you'll need to save those changes using the option at the bottom. If we select the option to view details of the asset, we can see some basic information about the asset, including when it was imported, what the current value of the asset is. On the right hand side of the screen we can see a trajectory of the value of the asset based on the forecast depreciation. Towards the bottom of the screen we can see depreciation postings that have been made, and if we work through those postings going towards the next pages, we can see the depreciation that is being forecast. Back on the asset register screen, you can change the way that some of the columns are sorted. So for example, if I hover over the name, there's a little arrow just towards the right of the name, so we can sort by that column. And if I go over to the acquired column, I could sort acquired ascending and descending. Within your left hand menu below assets, you have the ability to download your asset register. First of all, you select the period for which you want the asset register to be downloaded, and then choose the export feature at the bottom of the screen. After opening the Excel file from within your downloads area, you should find all of your assets and asset groups on one page. Your totals will be shown at the bottom of the page. In addition to your fixed asset register, you can also access a summary of your fixed assets from the left menu. So selecting summary, we have a summary of our asset group totals, and this is very useful when reconciling these asset groups to the values on your balance sheet. The values will default to the current financial year, but you can change the period if required.